Everyone, I'm back. Welcome to Surviving the Last Days podcast, a podcast where we talk about everything that's going on in current time and in end times in the last days. I believe that this period of time in 2026, August, we this is the period of the last days. Okay, I don't know when it started, maybe 2020 when everything was shot to hell. But I believe things are different now. I believe the planet is different now. The sun is different now. The winters, the seasons are different now. Everything affects us differently and more harshly. And things are truly increasing like birth pains. Okay, today we're just going to be talking about surviving unemployment. Okay, how to survive unemployment. Um, and other things that come along with that. So let me play the intro and then I'm going to be back to talk to you guys. Let's see here.
I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. John 16:33. Family, we are currently living in critical times, and we must prepare for the arrival of the kingdom of Yah. Let's be watchmen of our Savior. You are now listening to Surviving the Last Days podcast, a Bible based podcast for kingdom preppers. Remnant of God, let's gather until that last trumpet sounds.
All right, and we're back just like that. So if you're new to the podcast and you're listening on the YouTube platform, I want you to hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button so you can be notified every time I post a podcast episode. And these days, I'm going to be posting every single day to play catch up. So this is episode 11, and we're going to be talking about surviving the last days or surviving unemployment. If you have a job, great. If you have a part-time job, great. If you have a full-time job, great. If you have a seasonal job, great. If you can still stay and listen, basically, even if you're a part-time employee, full-time employee, even if you're self-employed making part-time income or full-time income, you can still stay because sometimes you may have periods where you got to survive no income or low income. So when you're surviving unemployment, you gotta kind of swallow your pride and deal with things you wouldn't normally deal with, right? You want to stay safe, you want to stay healthy, you don't want to be exploited. Women can easily be exploited when they're unemployed. Men maybe too, because women might take advantage of you. Um, you want to get as much free resources as you have access to. You can't, don't be ashamed to get food snaps and apply as many times as you need to apply. Um, don't be afraid to go get interview clothes from giveaways at the church or shelters. You know, new interview office clothes can make you feel good. New clothes in general, whether they be used or not, you can wash them. They make you just feel different when you change up what you used to wearing. You can wear the same thing all the time, but when you get something new, it just has a different energy that comes with it. Um, so I advise everybody while you're going on your interviews, You should have a nice little casual, business casual outfit. Nothing too expensive or anything like that. Like I said, you can go to a Goodwill. Churches give away clothes all the time, so you can look for those things. Um, don't be ashamed to go to the local pantry. Um, there's nothing wrong with going to the pantry. You need the pantry if you have no income. If you happen to be unemployed, but you do have some other income, you are blessed. But if that income is not enough to keep groceries and keep you fed and keep your family fed, then try pantry, try food snaps. Don't be afraid to ask friends, but make sure that it's a person you can trust. You know, don't be afraid to ask family, but make sure it's a family member you can trust and a family member who won't abuse you or exploit you or put you down. And I know that's hard to find, but you hopefully you can find somebody, in these last days. It's hard, but they out here, even some of them might be a little contrary, but they can be a vessel used by Yahweh and pour out on you some things that you need. Um, Network while you're unemployed. I know people don't really be like, they like, I don't got the gas money to get out the house, or, I don't even feel motivated up. You got to keep yourself motivated. And one of the ways that you can stay motivated is simple looking up YouTube motivation videos. You can go to your local library, rent a motivational book for free and read that. And it comes with a different energy. It truly does, guys. It truly does. You can get energized in a high vibrational way, just by reading a new book and going in a new atmosphere too. Because when you're unemployed, you don't want to stay in the same space, whether that be your room, your front room, your home. You want to apply for jobs in different spaces. Usually you can go to, if you have a local unemployment office, if it's not shut down, or you can go to the library, like I said, or you can go to a computer workspace if you have one in your area. Sometimes people have computer workspaces in their area. You can go to I wonder what colleges let you use their computer even if you're not a student there. I don't know. You may want to look into that. But sometimes colleges also have things you can attend, like workshops for the public. Sometimes colleges host workshops for the public. So you can look into that also. Um, if you have a person that can sponsor you or pay for your ticket to a conference, like a business, entrepreneur, professional conference, that'll be good too if you have that help. But if you don't have help, there are government resources, like I said, that will sustain you while you're unemployed. Now, there are people who are dealing with a lot financially now because the unemployment rate is very high. And even if you do have a job, you run out of money, and as you run out of money, you don't have money for food. So these days, and they run out of money. Their checks don't last to the next paycheck date, and they don't have food. They don't have water to access to water. Some people some people like to buy cases of water or buy water. They don't like drinking water out the. So if you want access to that kind of stuff, sustain yourself, um, you have to have food snaps. Use the support system around you. If you got church members, uh, and don't forget to always pray. Even if you're a Christ follower, you should automatically know I gotta go in prayer and I gotta surrender. In these days will be troubles. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to be able to escape them. It's just what we in right now. We can't escape it. I don't know why my computer keep on jumping, guys. I don't know why I keep doing that. Um, Let me see. I don't know why I keep doing that. But anyway, I don't know. It's going in circles now. Okay, well, my computer's acting up kind of weird on me. My recording acted weird on me, guys. I don't know why. I don't know if I was cut off or did you hear me or what, but this wasn't going to be a long podcast episode anyway. This is just about surviving unemployment. How long will you be on work that keep stress away, keep track of your mental health while you're going through this and your emotional health. And that means don't be isolated, but reach out to a spiritual counselor, a pastor, even if it's online. Somebody to agree with you. There are prayer lines. I would say call prayer lines to pray with you. Um, be creative. Go for walking. Get on a regular walking routine. Stay active. Um, you know, I don't know why my computer keep doing that. Okay. I'm gonna have to just I don't know why my computer keep doing that. So I have to so my computer keeps locking up on me. My computer keep locking up on me, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and but I hope you can use some information that I spoke about on this podcast.
I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. John 16:33. Family, we are currently living in critical times, and we must prepare for the arrival of the kingdom of Yah. Let's be watchmen of our Savior. You are now listening to Surviving the Last Days podcast, a Bible-based podcast for kingdom preppers. Remnant of God, let's gather until that last trumpet sound.